Turn around and exit the area right now.
Oh, my mates will not let me.
Joe, stop filming!
Please report any suspicious behaviour to Albion personnel. Failure to cooperate with Albion
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Movement is permitted.
You, ID check right now.
You're joking.
I can't take it!
Little shit. Hey, this right now.
What's the matter?
Just a second.
Got nothing left to say?
Yeah, there, come up.
I will leave.
Silence all of us.
Oh, this is fun. You having fun? Stay down! Stop resisting! Will you?
Albion guards are well, yes. Not touching this.
Your disobedience will be met with force.
Don't move. You've triggered an alert.
Oh shit, not again.
It won't stop! Ah!
That ain't right.
Oh, God!
Assemblies of over 5 humans will be dispatched.
Watch it!
Silence against Albion threat.
Spooky bum. Man got jacked up. Nah, listen, I'm glad I wasn't there. It sounded fucking next. Magic. I don't know who they're coming for next.
No moving for the scan.
Of course. Something amiss.
All clear. On your way now.
Thank you.
Well, yes. Sort of.
Huh? No, I did do that. Yeah, I left her at home. No, she's in the kitchen on the right. Yes, I did. It's in the kitchen on the... Well, if you let me finish... Right. Yes, it's in the kitchen on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Absolutely up.
If you can, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, honestly, if you wouldn't mind, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much, yeah? Huh? No. That's...
You're not listening to
Holding
me.
as still as I can, all right?
Scanning. All clear. On your way now.
Brilliant, thanks.
Yeah, I guess.
country, yeah. Look where that's
Don't
going.
rape your property.
This one again, you know. So what are you up to now?
I'm on your side.
Think that politicians want to fix anything? Everything's like
Oh,
that.
you were the Chinese the other night, and fuck me if it didn't just fly
No
right up. What point of a
accountability.
car could take on
The whole fucking
Easy does it now.
You fucking win.
Easy. You
What's up?
again. Fancy that.
What a coincidence running into you.
This won't solve any of your problems.
All at the same time, like they were being
Good, see?
Well,
No need
that
to
would
get so
definitely make
worked
it
up.
commute faster.
Right. Yeah, I'm good.
Good to see you, mate.
Usually I never lose my head like that.
Please, exercise caution and report all suspicious activity to Albion.
This is misunderstanding.
All those found to be members of DedSec will be arrested. Considered a criminal offence.
It's done. Stop struggling.
I didn't do anything. I watch it with you.
Comply with all instructions while passing through the checkpoint. Suspected members of DedSec will be detained.
Fresh as!
Who the fuck do these Albion wastes think they are? They think they can treat us like cows.
Good news. It's time to put your life on the line for the Resistance.
You do love to keep me waiting.
Reminder, all vehicles must be correctly registered.
Suspect will not be a problem.
Hear something?
Control, patch me through to someone in the vehicle. No, listen. Right?
yeah, that's fine.
Always surrender to Albion personnel. There will be consequences for those who fail to comply. Protest rallies are not permitted. Albion is here for your safety. Awaiting an active protest report.
Live alarm. I repeat,
see
live
what it
alarm.
is.
Location sent, need a 1013.
Fuck a duck.
Whatever set it off must be around here.
Don't see what set off the alarm. I'll check it out.
Global British... Britain's first news network.
Gatherings of more than 5 people.
Are your documents in order? Is your visa valid? Failure to possess valid status documents is a crime.
Thugs, strutting around in the city reserves. They're everywhere.
Hello? You've been trying to contact DedSec, haven't you?
Wasn't sure you'd come.
Protect us! The police are gone. Albion can't do a shit.
There is some security around the bell tower, but that shouldn't pose a problem. A bigger issue will be getting to the top.
Anyone have a suggestion?
A spider bot should do the trick. The path up to the top of the tower is treacherous. All crawl spaces and gantries. More suited to 6 mechanical legs than 2 human ones.
Sounds like a blast.
should do it.
That was moving, truly. To hear the chimes again, to see that tower the way it's meant to be seen, means everything to the people of this borough.
Brilliantly done. Westminster will surely rise up against Albion after this.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, bro. Yeah, fam. Yeah.
Hooray! Another friend to raise.
Okay, no one told me there'd be murder drones.
Look at me. I'm smiling. Look at me.
feeling ready to fight?
I'm in.
To see how much havoc we can cause today. I promise it'll be fun.
Perish the thought.
I hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
I'll have you know, I'm extremely busy.
Fucking hard enough. What the fuck is going on? Take a step back and look at what you're doing.
You're
Hey, we met one time, you remember?
Promise it'll help.
Seriously serious. It took me a second, but I was like, so turn it down like 2 notches, yeah?
I can't fucking wait to get on
You're right, mate.
Save me. Look up. No.
Whatever they have.
It's all so messed up, I can barely get a word out.
Take care of yourself, love.
Completely ruined my fucking chances now.
Take a few deep breaths.
Right, mate.
You know.
Did you see the make and model of that? Why?
Have to look it up.
You are security surveillance.
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, nice whip, fam. Bless.
Ooh, a getaway driver. I would have to see their car first.
From what I've heard, a nice car can compensate for a lot of things.
You look like the sort who might want to take back their city.
Ah, dead sec then. Good. Just so happens we need a few heavies to back me up on something. This gangster fuck stabbed me in the back, and I want you.
Remember to be vigilant when going about your daily activities.
Fuck.
Hello.
Any suspicious activity.
Don't do that.
Individual.
Our friend sent us the location of the car. Passing it on to you now.
Oh, good to see you again.
Oh, it's you. Fancy that.
Can I help you?
I'll submit my report to the processing centre. I think you know exactly what you did, don't you?
I need help.
Control. What's the matter? Going somewhere? Next time I catch you giving me so much as a sour look, I'll have your ass behind bars faster than you can say Bob's your uncle. Help! Do I make myself clear? Get the hell out of here.
You're pathetic!
5 humans is a crime.
Filming is commenced.
Shut up, you fucking Albion dog.
Over there.
Yeah, people can
Albion will disassemble.
but the fact of it is, we've
and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the opera.
The car should be on site here. Try to get it out in one piece.
On it.
We need a thorough scan. There's an intruder.
Lock that vehicle down.
Someone is controlling that vehicle.
That will be the Shivering Willy compensator there.
Find that fucker. It's all good here, but I'll keep searching.
Looks good. I'm moving on.
That's actually well dodged. Lock it down.
Someone thinks they're jokes, man. Gonna dig you up, hacker.
Huh, no one. I'll look this way.
Go and have a butcher's. Go!
Go, get that waste man.
Oh my god, I can hack like anything.
Taking fire.
Oh, look at this. Got the vehicle. Now what?
Brilliant. Now, drive it straight into the fucking river.
Say again?
That's where the prick puts the people he kills. That's where he tried to put me. I think he'll get the message.
For what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash, it's hard to believe that there can be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another.
Auto drive now enabled.
Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died in conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan and Fence run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Pasani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves, fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of
obviously not
food
normal.
battles and black
I'm just
market
doing this.
barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? Like, the first stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean,
It's been handled.
If you ever need anything from me, and I mean anything, just say the word.
DedSec could always use more people. Interested?
Thought you'd never ask.
Hold still during the scan. Come with me.
We need to pull you off your tail for now. Are you ready to fight?
Naturally.
It was a rhetorical question.
This is unsettling. Has anyone been inside here since the attack? Nothing but rubble and tragedy.
The bombing was months ago, and yet they've done nothing to restore this site. Strange, considering the building is meant to be under repair. Not at all suspicious.
Good observation. Bagley, what should I be looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
Searching.
It's clear. Moving on.
He's looking to automate our jobs, mate. This is no joke. Director Cass. You're serious? Who told you that? Friend over in R&D. The shit he's told me about background checks and knowing who's going to be useful to Albion, who's going to be a problem.
You that worried about your job? This is a PMC. They already do background checks on all of us.
I don't get it. He was talking about the general population, not just us employees. How bad is it that everyone has to be watched that closely?
Well, look around. It's fucking bad. And Cass is going to do what he has to keep it from getting worse. Suggest you do the same.
I got him! Ah, it hurts! It hurts!
What the fuck?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Christ, it's been ripped apart. Why was it here, Bagley?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. One more data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider-bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
All right.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back for you? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
As in Clan Kelly? Jesus, Mary and Joseph, the bloody gangsters were part of the bombings?
Nah, this looks more like a handoff. The Kellys must have been the suppliers.
Their contact didn't seem to be part of the same organisation. Is it possible she's a part of Zero Day?
Well, don't just stand there, keep looking.
Bagley, can you identify the operator of the spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider-bot is broadcasting, and while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
The police watched this happen. Now I'm interested.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
And what do you propose? A quantum tunnel through it?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider-bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good plan. Interesting.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
All right.
Child's play. This is exactly what...
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
Zero Day has a signature.
There, hurry. We've got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? Shut it, we're all on need to know.
So, Zero Day organised several groups in order to stage the bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. Zero Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider-bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the spider-bot's serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
Considering they had surveillance, it's clear the police force haven't disclosed everything they know about the attack.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
for the scan.
Not my fault if my muscles twitch, innit?
Don't move. You've triggered an alert.
Stop! Please, stop! That does not bode well. Don't!
I'll shut you up, you little shit.
Everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes...
We need to pull you off your tail for now. Are you ready to fight?
Always.
It was a rhetorical question.
I'm glad we understand each other.
Well, Albion certainly made themselves at home.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I was never much of a fan of the Met, but I can't say I was itching to see them replaced with war criminals either.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
What was that? There, that hurt.
What was that?
Stop right now!
All persons are advised to be vigilant.
Come out and fight!
Why are you doing...
All units, proceed to alarm location.
Go have a look.
Doing it. My effing gun is... Oh.
Hope you're ready.
Give yourself up!
Well, is this it, our Spider-Bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Good. Be a dear and work out who last used it.
Navigate the Spider-Bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
On it.
I'm jammed.
Cover me!
Fucking gun's jammed.
Going to investigate. My weapon's jammed.
collision on a 1033. Advise conditions?
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. Right, get comfy. This spider-bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening. You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
We're this far down the breadcrumb trail, we might as well keep following it.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Charming.
Isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium, saved, used to save. hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was something...
Yeah, a trained medical professional could really come in handy.
It's better than watching tutorials on how to suture your own wounds.
In the kind of attacks that saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never have. For hundreds of years, we produced under half of our own food. So as soon as those walls went up, we started having significant material problems in the country. And Britain always told itself it had this national myth, right, that it would, because it got through the war, that it could go through any kind of hardship. I mean, that wasn't really the case. Actually, people during the war were far more frightened than some of this historical stuff makes out. Now, what did we see? People don't want to go through that stuff. They were desperate for the things that they had before, and they were scared. So they went to the black market. The same thing that always happens. And where did the growth of Clan Kelly come from? It came from people wanting the things that they could previously get legitimately and could now only get through the black market. Funneling funds towards criminality, and from there we got to the situation we have now of this bit of war between criminals and security that seems to dominate what's going on out there on the streets.
Authorities are here to protect you.
Nothing shakes people's faith in capitalism quite as much as when capitalism fails to deliver. Here's underground writer and analyst Alfie, The Politics of Poverty.
I think what we've come to now is a realisation that capitalism's essentially failed. I mean, the one key promise of capitalism that it makes to its citizens is that there will be surplus, that we will have plenty, and that's the whole logic for running society in this way, that people will have enough. And now, with this kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that system collapse. It hasn't delivered on its primary promise. And I think we've really reached a situation where we have to do away with capitalism entirely. We're seeing a situation where there's shortages for the many, but for a few individuals, there's an elite who are not struggling and short of anything. So this is kind of fundamental inequality of a capitalist system, which is no longer producing the goods for most of us. Shortages are being used as well. I'm not saying that there isn't a real shortage. There possibly is real shortages, but shortages are being used as an excuse for those in power, those elites, to keep what they want and not give to the rest of what we need. So the excuse that there's simply not enough to go around is the justification for maintaining a kind of power of the 1% and leaving the rest of us short.
So if you're starving hungry tonight, if your parents can't get their medicine and your brothers and sisters have to steal to eat, remember, it's all for the good of Albion, or Clan Kelly, or someone.
Bagley, find me an entrance.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the spider bot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Good place to hold the world's least pleasant dinner party.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Now this is interesting. Incredible. There's some kind of secret police bunker down here, like a, what's the opposite of a serial killer's basement?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
But what were they working on that led them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating... Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and...
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Oh, good. Albion is working with Clan Kelly. For a second there, I was worried they couldn't possibly get any worse.
It seems like 0 Day's web covers all of the unsavoury bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
But we can't very well allow people to be snatched off the streets. We have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
Stay focused.
Move,
I'll
will
be
you?
okay.
Look up. Move aside, please.
Whoa. What happened?
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Day's DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
EPC. Well, at the very least, we can assume he's still in the UK. Deportations have backlogged to all hell.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
Bags? What's up with her?
She's an activist who's been trying to gather intel on Albion personnel movements through the city. Looks like she wants to stay one step ahead of the goons. Smart.
Let's help the poor thing out. Could turn into a nice little asset.
Understood. The easiest way to obtain the data would be to steal an Albion heavy assault vehicle and dissect its onboard sat-nav. That would give us a clear picture of Albion's recent movements.
I'll try. No promises.
What a headache.
Why don't you just crawl off into a ditch and die alone? Nuts! Are you mad? Weird off.
No.
From our beloved government, it's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicine. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, our doctor bought some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out-tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogen spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
I think we can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like they did in the Blitz.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people, don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not, for it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, please, producer Chris. Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that however ill you may be.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's get in touch with our contact. It won't end well for Angel if Albion finds out he's dead sec.
Because they got a bloody robot to replace me. And not just me, my whole team. Over 20 people left with nothing. We gave the best years of our lives for the promise of a living, a pension, and a way to put food on our table. And now we're lacking the basic right to live because companies are investing in machines, not people. Because it looks better in a spreadsheet.
Okay, sneak in, don't get shot. Easy.
People, not numbers. People, not numbers.
All persons on the premises must at all times carry valid identification and be prepared to present it to Albion personnel.
I'll be okay. Oh no!
Failure to comply with instructions from Albion personnel is a crime.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
This is all off the books, I trust.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
What exactly is going on here?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep our eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while, like now.
What was that? You shouldn't be here.
Putting the location of the EPC database on your optic.
I can handle this.
There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez?
Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I feel everything I know and what. You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing of problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the Thames? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he...
You look like someone who might want to fight for London.
Oh, you them dead.
Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Well done.
If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
God, just shut up.
I gotta get out of here.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? I know people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck, what was that?
Looks like they implanted him with something. We need to get closer.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
And pharmaceutically jammed right into Angel's neck. Question is, why? GPS? RFID?
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Keep on him. He might have made it out.
Bugger!
Get him before he triggers!
Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
Whoa! God damn it! No!
You fucker!
He might just make it.
Damn it, fucked up. We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
Huh. Okay, that chip was more than just a tracking device.
The chip must have been triggered. I know the situation looks bad, but we need definitive proof of what happened to Angel.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, 0 Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southwark incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that like? Is it an oncoming train? Well, no, it couldn't be. Obviously, that train would be late. Or